Hello everyone, my name is Grant Shigori and I'm a product manager here at Wasabi. In today's video, we'll cover the process of getting started with Wasabi. Welcome to your free trial at Wasabi. Once you log into your Wasabi free trial, you'll enter the console dashboard. On the left, you'll see the Wasabi console menu. The red countdown message in the top left corner indicates how much longer your trial account is active. You can click Upgrade Now to purchase Wasabi at any time during your trial period. After purchasing Wasabi, this message will disappear. The menu is divided into three basic areas: Data Access to manage buckets and objects, policies and access keys, Users and Groups to manage groups, roles, and users, and Your Account to establish account settings, billing information, and access the Wasabi Academy Documentation Center. The largest area of your screen is the dashboard, which is your Wasabi landing page. On the top row, you'll see current stats on your active storage, deleted storage, total objects, and number of buckets. In the center, you will see storage utilization, as well as new feature announcements and other useful information depending on your account type. In the top right corner of the Wasabi console, you can select your preferred language, enter Wasabi Academy, and access your account settings. Let's create a storage bucket for storing files. Begin by navigating to the Buckets page. Select Create Bucket. Give your bucket a name. We'll use a sample name here. Bucket names have to be unique across the system, so your preferred bucket name may already be taken. Then, you can select your preferred storage region. To create the bucket at this point, you could click Create Bucket. However, we'd like to review some of the more advanced settings on bucket creation. Let's click Next to see those advanced settings. The options on Step 2, Set Properties, allows you to set bucket versioning and object lock settings. Bucket versioning is a way to maintain multiple variations of an object in the same bucket, as described in the bucket versioning section of Wasabi Academy. Object lock is available to help prevent objects from being deleted or overwritten for a fixed amount of time or indefinitely. Object lock must be enabled while creating the bucket. We'll cover more on object lock in a future video. By default, these features are disabled, and we won't change the defaults for this example. So, click Next. Step 3 is logging. You can choose the option to set bucket logging, which creates a text log file of all access to the bucket. By default, this feature is also disabled, and we won't change the default for this example. Next up is Step 4, replication. You can choose to replicate or copy your data between Wasabi regions to protect against ransomware attacks, malicious data manipulation, natural disasters, or even accidental deletion. We'll cover more on object replication in another video. For this example, we won't change the default, so click Next. In Step 5, you have the option to use tags to organize your buckets. Bucket tags add another dimension that can make buckets easier to manage. Think of a tag as a keyword that you apply to a bucket. This way, you're not completely reliant on the bucket name to define the bucket's contents. By default, we haven't added any bucket tags, and we won't change the default here either. So, click Next. In Step 6, the bucket properties and settings are displayed for your review. You can click back to change the bucket properties or settings. Everything looks good here, so let's go ahead and click Create Bucket to accept the information and create the bucket. Now that you created a bucket, you can store objects in it. To store objects in a bucket, we'll look at the object list for a given bucket. Click the bucket name into which you want to upload an object. The bucket content is displayed in a table. If your bucket already held objects, the table lists the object names and associated information, as you will see later. To store objects, you can create a folder and/or upload objects. This can be done in different ways. If your bucket or folder is empty, you can drag and drop one or multiple files or folders into the section titled Your Bucket is Empty. You can also click Upload Files, then drag and drop files or folders into the rectangular gray area, or click Browse Files and select Files to upload. Once you drag and drop or select objects to upload, the file uploader is displayed. All files to upload are listed, including those from a folder if you selected a folder. Review the list of files shown. You can also add up to 25 tags to the object listed to organize your objects further. While the action for adding tags here applies to all objects listed, You can later modify the tags associated with individual objects. Learn more about object tags in Wasabi Academy. To upload the objects, click Start Upload. When the upload is complete, you are returned to the List Objects table where you can repeat the steps to upload additional folders or files in your bucket. There are a couple ways to classify users in Wasabi. A user, typically referred to as a sub-user, is an individual who you grant Wasabi access. A group is a set of sub-users who you can manage collectively. When creating a Wasabi account, you create a root user. The root user should be reserved for highly sensitive account and data management tasks. It is best to create a new sub-user for each person, even for those who require administrative access. Each sub-user and group can be associated with one or more policies to define the actions that a sub-user or group member can perform. Because we can assign a sub-user to a group when creating an account for them, we will first create a group, then a sub-user. To create a group, click Groups in the Wasabi menu on the left-hand side of the screen. Enter a name for the new group. Click Save. The new group is displayed in the Groups list. To create a sub-user, click Users in the Wasabi menu on the left-hand side of the screen. Enter a name for the user. Specify sub-user access as programmatic or Wasabi Management Console access. By enabling programmatic access, the user gets an access key and secret key at the end of the instruction. The access key and secret key are used to access resources via means other than the Wasabi console. When you select the console option, you must enter a password that is at least 8 characters that the sub-user will need to sign in to Wasabi. You can select both if that is needed for this particular sub-user. If you wish, you can assign the user to the group we just created. We'll do that here. Now, we will associate a policy with the user. We can do this in 2 ways. Select one of the predefined policies listed. Simply click on the plus button to the right of the policy name to add it for a user. Alternatively, you can click in the Attach Policy to User area and attach an existing policy defined for your account. Begin typing in the text field to find a specific policy. You can add up to 10 policies per user. For more information, please visit Wasabi Academy at docs.wasabi.com. Thanks for watching.